Every artist wants to have a unique, recognizable, and inspiring art style. And it especially feels like a very big deal when you're the beginner artist, because you don't understand how it works yet and you don't know how to get there. So, what is an art style? For somebody, it's the special techniques the artists use, like brushes and the way the characters are stylized. For other people, it's a concept, mood, or emotional component. And every artist has his own idea of how to get that unique art style. What I've noticed is that artists who tend to draw realistically really try to force you to learn the fundamentals, the anatomy, and the construction. And the artists who prefer the stylized art or the anime art get really frustrated and angry on that. And they say that it's not what you should focus on to find your art style, because the art style is a way you simplify things and proportions. So hear me out, I have a bit different approach to this concept of an art style. I think your style depends on what you want, on your goal, and also on your personality. When I think about an art style, I imagine a huge mood board or reference board, and this board represents you and your interests. And when you start drawing, which is usually when you are at school, this board have just a couple of things pinned to it. Some TV shows you like or your aesthetics, something like that. And this is already a beginning of your art style. For me, it's been the DC Comics, Marvel, and the anime. So all of my drawings at first looked like the anime characters because it's been easier to replicate them. And then it slowly moved closer to comics and all those exaggerated muscles and stuff. Just look at this boy. Somewhere here I found a DeviantArt and my mood board started growing like crazy. I would save tons of artworks I liked on my computer to a little special folder and try to replicate the things I like. So I think you can divide an art style into the two components or group of things you put on this style mood board. First, its inspirational side. This is your own personality and aesthetics. All those shows you like, your favorite color, favorite artists, clothes, and any other stuff that inspires you in general. And the second one is the practical side, on which you should put as specific things you like in other artists' artworks. Like the way this artist draws eyes, and this artist makes atmosphere and composition in his artworks. And this artist make proportions. You can put anything in there, from the tiniest details like the way of drawing eyelashes to the big stuff like the color palette. If the inspirational side is something you can't actually control, because it's your personality and interests, the practical side is something we can use to speed up the learning process, to achieve the desired style faster. Now, if you'll imagine your art style like a huge mood board, you'll understand that you can actually control the development of your art style, because it will be literally the mashup of things you've put on it. This way you can control the direction you want to go. You love the realistic style and want to learn how to draw it? Put on your reference art style board more artists who draw like you want. Favorite elements and secrets they use. How did they learn how to draw? Find their inspirational sources. How does their style board looks like? Same with anime and stylized art. If you want to draw that, find the closest artist who draws like you want to draw and put him on this mood board of yours. The thing is, you're probably already doing it, but unconsciously. Now you can do it on purpose and speed up things a bit. Because even the fundamentals can be taught differently, depending on their priority, for example. Because you will need to draw even stuff like shadows differently depending on the art style you want. It may feel like a great idea to learn all the art theory there is, all the anatomy, all the color theory and stuff, before even starting to draw your own original artworks, and be like an art god who knows everything and can draw anything. But let's be honest, we don't have all the time in the world for that. We have like a couple hours a day for these art studies. We have university, we have school, we have jobs even sometimes already. So we need to get to the desired point faster. At least to our first safe point when we start feeling a bit more comfortable with our art style. And for that, I think we should concentrate on the things we want and like. Don't be afraid to steal the elements from the other artists. There are no absolutely unique elements. Everything's been done before. Kinda. I think it's a combination of things you choose to combine is what makes it special and what makes it you. So here is the little numbered list of the things you can do to actually get your art style faster. First, make a physical reference board of the favorite artworks from the artists you like. Just throw a bunch of artworks in there, preferably on a big, like one white canvas. You can even print them if you want. Physical things are always more fun to play with. You can touch them and it's nice. Take a closer look at the specific elements you like in other artists' artworks. Do they use a line art? If yes, how does it look like? How does this artist simplify the face, the body, colors? Are they warm or cold? Shading. Is it 3D or flat? Number 3. Art style studies. Try to draw a character, for example, in a completely different art style of another artist. It will help you to look closer at art and find things that make this style special and different. And maybe take some things you like with you and adapt them to your own style. You can make it as a form of art style challenge. It will be totally more fun this way. Number 4, art style combo. Now you can try to draw a character which will combine the different elements from other artist styles. Be your own Frankenstein. But wait, we talk about this thing, art style, so much. Do you actually need your own art style? Well, if you want to have one, then yes, but it's not an obligation. More than that, in different freelance or just usual jobs, you'll need to draw in the specific art style, in the style that is required, not your own. For example, at Blizzard, you'll need to draw Blizzard. This style totally won't go there, so you might need to adapt. It's challenging, but it's fun. During my freelance work, I've been asked many times to draw something in some particular style, especially at the beginning of my art journey. And the development of my own personal style was my own initiative, of course, but I could probably work just fine even without it. Probably. So I've tried many different art styles during this time, and I chose one or another depending on the goal. This one is great for prints on clothes. I use this one when I'm, lazy. I can even design flat stuff for web pages. Yes. And this one I just like most. It's kind of mine, I guess, which I've developed with time. And I use it for my social media posts and commissions nowadays. Using this mood board style method, I can create anything I want in any style I want. And also it's totally okay if you can't make up your mind on just one style. Because you shouldn't. You can have many, that's okay. Why not? Personal art style is usually great if you want to go to the social medias. Yes, it's better to keep one social media page, art page in one art style, so people can get used to it. But if you have 2 art styles, you can make 2 pages, I guess. Why not? See what sticks. Art style isn't a necessity or your duty. It's a tool to achieve your goal. So you need to think what your goal is. If you don't have any goals yet, then experiment. Have fun with it. Try as many things you can and see what sticks. Maybe you'll enjoy creating logos or flat art. vector art. Who knows? Try it. So, as you can see, art style isn't some mythical thing. It's kind of simple when you break it down. Like a big pie. You think it's huge and you'll never be able to eat it whole, but then you cut it to small pieces and then suddenly it's totally gone in your stomach. Same thing. And I also wanted to say that you can constantly work on your art style and change it to any direction you want. It's a very flexible thing. So I hope you'll find this video helpful. If you want to support me to do more of this kind of content and also to get an access to all of my post references and step-by-step tutorials, consider supporting me on Patreon.
Thank you for your patronage.
Thank you so much for watching, have an awesome day, and I'll see you soon. Bye!